the tallest tree in the garden. In the middle of Sunnyvale Elementary, Finch sat on his favorite bench. He had a box of bright crayons and a sketchbook full of dragons and spaceships. To Finch, drawing was like magic. It made the world feel colorful and safe. He was so busy adding scales to a green dragon that he didn't notice the shadow falling over his paper. Suddenly, the sketchbook was gone. Bram, a boy much taller than Finch, held it high above his head. Bram laughed, but it wasn't a kind laugh. "Dragons are for babies, Finch," he said, waving the book around. Finch reached for it, but his arms were too short. His heart began to drum against his ribs like a trapped bird. When Bram finally dropped the book, it landed in a puddle. The beautiful green dragon was now a smear of wet ink. Bram walked away with his friends, leaving Finch alone. Finch felt like he was shrinking. He felt small, gray, and very, very lonely. He didn't want to draw dragons anymore. "That wasn't fair," a voice said. Finch looked up to see Ella. She was in his math class and always wore a bright yellow scarf that looked like a ray of sunshine. She sat down next to him, not minding the damp grass. Bram shouldn't have done that. "It's okay to be upset, Finch." The next day, Bram was back. As Finch walked to the library, Bram stepped in his way and blocked the door. "Where are you going, little bird?" Bram teased. Finch looked at the floor, hoping if he stayed quiet, Bram would just go away. But Bram only stepped closer, making Finch feel even smaller. Later at recess, Ella found Finch hiding behind the big oak tree. She told him a secret. When someone is mean, they want you to feel small. But you are like a tree, Finch. You have deep roots. She showed him how to stand with his feet wide and his head held high. "Practice your firm voice with me," she encouraged. The next time Bram approached, Finch didn't look at the floor. He remembered his roots. He planted his feet and looked Bram right in the eye. "I don't like it when you grab my things or block my way," Finch said in his firm voice. "It isn't kind, and I want you to stop." Bram blinked, surprised that Finch had spoken up. Bram started to reach for Finch's bag, but Ella stepped forward too. "We're going to talk to Miss Fern now," she said calmly. Standing up for yourself was important, but they knew that some problems were too big to handle alone. Together, the two friends turned and walked toward the classroom. Miss Fern sat down with Bram. She explained that being a leader means lifting people up, not pushing them down. She told him that everyone at Sunnyvale deserved to feel safe. Bram looked at his clay shoes. He realized that being big didn't feel very good if it meant making others feel bad. Things didn't change overnight, but they did get better. Bram started keeping his hands to himself. Finch went back to his bench with a brand new sketchbook. He started drawing a dragon again. This one had giant golden wings. And right next to him, Ella was drawing a sun, both of them growing tall and bright in the school garden.